What an incredible venue to see IROC back on the racetrack for the first time in 2 decades, and what a lineup we have here today. And the green flag has gone. Bobby Labonte, good start, but it maybe looks like Elliott's got to jump into one.
Bobby Labonte just backs out, wanting to protect the nose of that black race car. It is Bill Elliott leading the field down the long straightaway on Pennsylvania Avenue. How cool to be 70 years old and leading laps in IROC at this amazing track in DC. He started out leading, but he will not now as Castro Neves goes to the inside in turn 2, and Gordon's thinking about having a look, decides to back off for now.
70 years old and holding off that baby behind him, the 51-year-old Elio Castro Neves. Now the 55-year-old Jeff Gordon goes by. Kurt Busch going with him. He doesn't want to lose touch with Gordon.
Let me tell you something about Bill Elliott. That is not your average 70-year-old. He is so active. He rides his motorcycle all the time. Talked to Chase Elliott quite a bit at the track. And like, what's your old man been up to? He rides that bike all day, every day.
Gordon wasted no time going after Castro Neves side by side.
It's for the lead.
Elio holds the outside. Now Kurt's got a decision to make. Which guy's he going with? Oh, here we go. Little side draft.
We're not even at half distance. Well, we are now, and Jeff Gordon has gone from 7th to 2nd and is the fastest car on track. Kurt Busch, though, finding some late pace, starting to get after it. But I will say that last lap, times have dropped off dramatically, so I think the drivers doing a good job to adjust their technique. As another side-by-side move, Gordon now on point.
I'll tell you what I like about what Castro Neves is doing is when he sees Gordon looking, he really sweeps out wide to try to get the exit, but Gordon gets it done. Out of 5 once again. The drive off just so good for Gordon.
Really neat part of the racetrack right here. Tight, technical.
Kurt Busch with a great run right here. Might look to the inside of turn 1. No.
And this is, speaking of passing and speaking of...
Oh, Kendall in the wall. Is that down in 2? Down in turn 2. He's kept it running, found reverse.
Well, he better watch out for Elio Castro Neves on the brakes, but Kurt Busch now looks committed to make this pass happen in turn 1.
He's running out of time. 2 to go here.
Kurt is so good out of that last corner. He's been chewing Elio up the last few laps. Manages to get the move done. Now these two need to make sure they don't get in each other's way too much, or else Gordon's just going to get away with it.
Look at this. Trying to get back underneath of him.
It's so tough. You're looking in your mirror. You're looking forward. You got one eye each direction. Trying to get your car around the corner, but also block the car behind you from getting by.
Well, that's the hardest part, too. Getting into these corners, you need to be out there and use the real estate getting into the corner. But if that guy's looking to your inside, you got to protect.
For Elio Castro Neves, it's been a 20-year career on street racing in IndyCars where you have so much better visibility when you're following another car close. In stock cars, really hard to pick out where those apex walls are.
So we're seeing a replay here of Tony Kanaan going a little bit long, bit long in turn 2.
Car had a lot of rear brake in it right there. You can see the rear tires locking up. Probably wheel hopped for these cars.
Boy, you look at Gordon's hands there at the long shot through the windshield. He looks so smooth. It'll be 1 to go at the line for Jeff Gordon. Looking like a master out there.
White flag waving for the guy that he was really the king of road courses during his reign in the Cup Series. He was so good at Sonoma, Watkins Glen before they had too many on the schedule. Clint, this guy was really one of the best at it.
Well, unfortunately, my career was in his career. Kind of like Jimmy Johnson. I said, man, if I could have just raced against somebody else, it'd have been way easier. But I want to go back to this 2-race format with Jeff Gordon. If he wins this race, mind you, it's an inversion. He's going to go back and start tail back, and it's going to be harder to pass these guys a second time around to get this overall finish to win the IROC race right here in front of America.
You get 1 point per position. The lowest score after 2 rounds is going to be claimed the winner. The champion is Castro Neves, looking for a last lap pass into turn 5.
A little peace symbol coming from Kurt saying, nice try, brother.
And that gives Gordon enough breathing room into turn 6. 1 corner to go as he comes off turn 7. It's going to be a drag race. Busch without enough pace, and Gordon takes the first win. The second win in IROC. for Jeff Gordon as we see Kanaan in the runoff once again. 9 career wins on road courses in the Cup Series for Jeff Gordon. Like on the 4-time Trans Am champion, the green flag is waving, and it's Tony Kanaan who's going to lead into turn 1. Does Labonte try to get alongside Tommy Kendall? Can't make it happen. Side by side, Bill Elliott on the exit of 1.
Tommy Kendall staying all the way driver's left for Tony Kanaan. A little bit of erve and swerve there as Castroneves looks to make a move. Deep on the brakes is Labonte.
And Castroneves going with them. Tommy Kendall trying to get dispatched, but he gets a great run off of 2. But these guys have known each other, like you say, Townsend, a long, long time. They've raced together plenty in lots of different categories. This has got to be fun for them. At 51 years old, they both won Indy 500s. Oh!
Dive bomb.
Gordon from a mile back.
No problem. Nice job.
Think about it. TK's doing a great job keeping everything in line. Not overshooting the brake zones. That was the issue he had in that first session, the first race rather.
He's got a lot of rear brake in that car, trying to get it stopped in these straightaways. You can see the rear end dancing around underneath of him on the brakes.
Is there anything he can do driver-wise, technique-wise in a stock car here, Clint?
Well, clearly they have, you know, your brake proportioning valve that they can adjust front to rear, and that's what they're adjusting. But here comes Gordon to the lead.
Oh, didn't get a great run off. TK had to check up to not just run into the back of Gordon. That's given Elio a shot on the outside.
Did you guys hear the crowd?
Yeah.
Crowd going crazy for Jeff Gordon taking the lead. Now Kurt Busch is saying, okay, I can't waste much time here. 4 laps to go at the line. I've got to get after it.
A happy Jeff Gordon is a fast Jeff Gordon, Clint.
All right, that's it. Oh! Elio around.
Blind corner right there. Watch out, Elio.
The brakes, pal.
TK, Tommy Kendall just avoiding Castroneves.
Of what happened to Elio.
Just maybe a little too early on the throttle there. Awfully early at the apex to spin out. That's turn 3. I don't see any damage to the car like he clipped the inside wall.
Yeah, I was looking to see that. No damage on the inside. Well, there was a lot. Really close. Can he do it? Bring it home, baby.
Kurt Busch closed the gap by a half second on that last lap, but he just doesn't have
Meanwhile,
enough margin.
Back of your screen, Tommy Kendall making a late lunge on Bobby Labonte in turn 1, and Kendall's not done yet.
Kendall is not done. Experienced street course racer, 4-time Trans Am champion.
Oh, this is again.
Same corner, same problem for Labonte. Opens the door for Tommy Kendall. Think he's going to pull it off. Nicely done. Up top, Jeff Gordon enters turn 5.
Oh, Tommy Kendall getting awfully wide. Gives Labonte another chance as they come to turn 5.
This one's not done yet for 4th place, but I think it is done for 1st. From the back to the front, P8 to P1 to take the sweep and the IROC Championship in 2026. Jeff Gordon adds a 2nd IROC win to his CV.
Well, he's going to get the trophy, but they all won, in my opinion. Motorsports won. The fans won. Heck, I won. Hard not to be a fan up here, right?
And it's probably no surprise in a race of champions, really no contact. You know, to win a championship, you got to play the long game.
He puts the pressure on everybody. Always has and still does. And it's really cool to see him and Abraham working back together. Right? That's his ace in the hole. To see them working on his cars, man, he's burning it down.
A slick little